Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time. My name is Taylor and I'm really happy that you're here. I'm really excited about today's video because I'm going to be filming my everyday makeup routine. I'm excited because I really am happy to do my makeup today. Like, I don't do my makeup every day, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I finally found my routine. And when I mean like my routine, not only does it look flawless, like it looks amazing, but it lasts all freaking day. Like, I don't recommend that y'all sleep in your makeup, but I've slept in this routine and woke up the next morning and it still looked amazing. So I'm really excited to share this with you guys. We might as well just hop on into it. So starting off, I've already washed my face, I've already moisturized, put on my sunscreen. Next I'm gonna go in with my primer. So this is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This is the one that like was super viral, like everybody swore by this. I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't know. I'm one of those people that I'm not even really convinced that primer works, but this one I wasn't like all that ecstatic about. Like, the primer that I really love is the Milk Hydrogrip. Like, now that's a primer that I'm like, no, this crap works, this crap is amazing. This is just kind of whatever to me. Like, I use it because I have it, I bought it, but it's not like a holy grail staple, oh my gosh, you have to get this primer, at least not for me. But it serves its purpose for today's look, so we're gonna use it. So I'm just gonna blend all of this in. If you see me looking down, it's because my mirror's right there, just so I can see what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm also going to leave all the products listed down below for you guys, if you have anything or if you see anything that you want to try out. I always bring this down my neck. All right, 10,000 years later, I have my primer blended in, I think. All right, so after I prime my face, I'm going to go in with my base makeup, so foundation. I'm gonna be starting off with, actually that's not true. I'm gonna be starting off with the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I just have the mini version. I decided to like try it out really fast. I'm gonna have everything linked in the comments below or in the description below with the color. So this is the shade 4.5 medium. So I just like to go in with this and I put a little bit on each part of my face. So I'll just do like a little dab like that. Next, I'm gonna go in with the NARS Radiance Creamy Concealer. This is the shade Ginger. So same thing with that. I'm just gonna add some onto my face like this. This concealer is more of a true match for my skin tone. Lastly, I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Born This Way Matte Foundation. I have such a difficult time finding foundations that fit or like that match my skin tone. I have more of like a yellow skin tone, and I feel like that's really hard to find in a foundation. So this is more olive tone, so it's the closest I could find for a foundation match. So I like to kind of mix it with the other two products because I feel like it makes it look a little bit more natural and less like a stark contrast between my neck and my face. So I just use one pump of this on the back of my hand. Dang, I just got that everywhere. But I use one pump of this and I just take like my finger and dot it onto my face. All right, I try to keep it away from my under eyes because I want to have very little amount of product under my eyes just to prevent creasing, because my under eyes crease so freaking bad. If you guys have any tips on how to like help that, I've pretty much tried everything and it still just creases. I've just come to the realization that that's just what it's gonna be for me. So, all right, so blending in my foundations, I like to use the Milk Hydrogrip setting spray, and this is honestly the game changer. This is why I feel like my makeup looks so seamless and it lasts so long, is because of this step. So I go in, instead of wetting my beauty blender with water, I will dampen it with the setting spray. I'll do a couple spritzes on there, and then I'll just start blending that in. I feel like I'm hitting my face so aggressively right now. And I really don't want to use like a whole bunch of product on my face because I want it to still look kind of natural and clean. I feel like it kind of looks like a lot, but it's really not. Is that better? So you can see. Yeah, as you can see, my face is breaking out really bad. It's literally because I haven't been consistent with my skincare routine. That's on me. That's my fault. So because I kind of have like some problem areas, I'm gonna go in with some more of that concealer, the NARS concealer, and just kind of cover up the places where you can still kind of see blemishes. Like obviously this isn't gonna get rid of the texture, but this is at least gonna cover up some of the redness. Alright, and so while I'm doing this, I'm also going to conceal. So I do a little bit underneath my eyes, like that. And then I bring it upwards here. And I do the same on the other side. I also take some concealer and I put it, if I can get it straight, I put it down my nose and then at the tip here. That's gonna help me later when I'm contouring. And then, I'm trying to think, did I put it anywhere else? I'll put some on my chin here. I don't really, I'm gonna put some on my forehead. Dang, I think I need more concealer. I'm running out a little bit. Alright, so, oh, that's another thing that I do. I'll go in underneath like my cheekbone here and kind of blend that in a little bit. So it looks like a lot, it looks a little crazy, but it's gonna come together, I promise. So I like to let this sit for a little bit, just so I can have a little bit more coverage. So I will literally wait here until it's dried down some. All right, so now I'm gonna start blending this in. I don't blend in with a beauty blender. I like to blend in with a brush because I feel like it's more precise. I can kind of control the coverage. I can control where it goes a bit more. All right, so I use a Real Techniques brush. Ignore how dirty it is. This is the Deluxe Crease brush. So I do the same thing that I did with the beauty blender, and I'll spray my brush and then I'll go in and start blending it in. So I'll start with like the areas where I like added the concealer on like my blemishes and just kind of blend that out a little bit. And then I'll just keep adding more setting spray as I need it. All right, and then when I'm blending out the concealer on my nose, I like to be really careful with it because I want to make sure that it stays practically where I put it. I don't want it to do a lot of moving around because then it's gonna take away from, I guess, the look when I start actually going in and contouring it. And like as you see, I don't bring it all the way down to the tip. I kind of leave a space because when I'm actually going in with my contour, like I like to put some of the shadow there right in front of the tip to make it look more like a button nose kind of shape. And so I like to work from the outside and slowly make my way in. And I'll bring a little bit onto my lid, just a little bit. All right, so after that, because I told you before my under eyes crease so bad, I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm gonna take another Real Techniques brush. The writing's worn off on this, so I can't even tell you which one it is. It looks like this though. Again, ignore the fact that it's dirty. So I'm just gonna go in and kind of press that underneath my eyes. And like I'm almost baking a little bit, not really, I'm just setting it there. I guess I am baking, huh? I just found like if I put a bunch of powder there, it kind of locks it in place and it won't move around as much, causing that creasing. Set in this area. It looks kind of crazy, just wait. Just wait. I'll set right underneath my cheekbone. If you could see my shirt, look, it's literally everywhere. It's a messy process, but it's worth it. Okay, and then by the time I'm done setting everything, then I'll go in and I'll wipe off the concealer that I put underneath my eyes. I'll also take this opportunity to set my eyelids too. Now we're gonna go on to the fun part. This is the part that I love. I love bronzing. All right, so after I do all of that, I set my face, then I'm gonna go in with my bronzer. I'm using the Fenty Beauty bronzer. This is in the color Caramel Cutie. I don't know if you noticed, but like when I was doing setting my face or like setting like the concealer areas, I kind of left this portion untouched. So I'm gonna go in and put the bronzer in the portion that I didn't touch with the concealer, that I didn't set with the translucent powder. And I'm gonna slowly build up the bronzer. I like a really bronze look. Like I like to look like I just got back from a vacation. Always. In the winter, in the summer, in the spring, I don't care when it is. I want to be bronzed up, baby. So, now bring it in on my forehead. I just feel like bronzer completely changes the shape of your face. I probably could do one that's a bit darker. I feel like this is kind of close to my skin tone. But it works. Because I kind of want it to look natural too. Like I don't want it to look like, oh, she put bronzer on, you know? And then I'll bring it under my neck. Now after I go with my bronzer, I like to add blush. So I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Putty blush. I'm also not a huge fan of this either. Like everybody's like, oh my gosh, it's amazing, but I think it's a little patchy. I'm gonna use it, but it's not my favorite. This is the color Tahiti. So I just like to warm it up with my fingers in the actual pot, and then I'll kind of dab it onto my cheeks like this. And then I'll go in with another fluffy brush. This is an e.l.f. brush, the ultimate blending brush. And I'll use this to kind of blend it in. And I like to blend this upwards because I want to have a lifted look. I have a rounder face, so I don't want to do anything to make my face look more round. I kind of want to make it look a bit more sculpted. So I'll blend all of this up. Now, whatever excess is on my brush, I'll just kind of tap it on my nose a little bit. After that, I'm going to go in with my, I guess you can call this like my highlighting step, but it's not really a highlighter. This is a shimmery bronzer. This product is discontinued, but this is my all-time favorite product ever, and I really hope Too Faced brings this back eventually. It's the Too Faced Shimmer Bronzer. I think this is the shade Snow Bunny. I've had this for years, like it's probably expired. Like the back is completely worn off. But I refuse to stop using it because it's literally my favorite thing ever. And it literally gives like the most beautiful like glow to your skin. Like it doesn't make you look like, oh, she put on highlighter, but it just looks like you're glowing from within. I like that. All right, so I'm gonna go in with this and another fluffy brush. I don't even know where I got this brush from, but I'm just gonna swirl it all in here, and then I'm just gonna place it on the high points of my face. On my forehead, my chin, and that's pretty much everywhere that I put it. You see, like it's just very subtle and like natural and glowy looking. I love it. I freaking love it. All right, so after that, we're almost done. We're in the final stretch. After that, it's now time for me to do my nose contour. So I'm gonna go in with the same Fenty bronzer that I used before. I'm just gonna tap like a little like crease blending brush. This is from Morphe. This is a Morphe, it's not Morphe. It's MAC, it's a MAC brush, MAC 224. So I'm just gonna take this and I'm just gonna very lightly shape out my nose. So I'm gonna kind of start like on the bridge here and slowly bring it down, slowly bring it upwards into my eyebrow. And like this is not a step that you rush. You really gotta take your time with this and use a light hand. Like slowly build the product because you don't want it to look crazy. Like it almost looks like I'm not doing anything, but I tell you, if you go in too heavy-handed with this, you're gonna be like, what the heck? So it's better that you just build it up, because even doing this, like it kind of looks a little crazy sometimes, so I have to like soften it. But I just want like a very natural, like, did she contour her nose? Kind of look. Now go in and do like the bottom, like a little V here. And then like before I was mentioning how like I won't put the concealer on like this portion of my nose, because then I'm gonna go in with the bronzer on this portion, and I'm gonna kind of make a little circle. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm going and I'm making a little circle, or a little like upside down triangle. Alright, and that's pretty much it for the nose. I tried to kind of leave it, I want it to look kind of soft. I don't want it to look super crazy, you know? So after I'm done doing that, actually, I'm gonna use that again. I don't know why I put that away. But after I'm done doing that, I'm gonna go back in with that Too Faced bronzer that I showed you. And I'm gonna go into the lightest shade. I'm just gonna take a little brush from Real Techniques. This is the base shadow brush. I'm just gonna dip a little bit of that lightest shade onto the brush, and then I'm going to highlight my nose with it. So I'm gonna put it on the tip. I think I put a little bit too much, and then I'm gonna bring it down the bridge of my nose and still leave that space there. So I think I overdid it a little bit with the highlighter on the tip of my nose. But what I like to do to kind of like soften it up after I've done my nose contour is I like to go in with my translucent powder. So like I'll literally use like a tiny little bit, like tap in, dust off the excess, and then I'll just kind of soften it so it doesn't look too harsh. And I feel like that's better. I don't look as insane. What I am gonna say is I'm gonna need this nose to stop running. Like, this is ridiculous. Excuse me. All right, so after I do that, then I'm gonna go back in with that bronzer. I'm gonna use that same brush that I used for my nose contour, and I'm just gonna use this to kind of add a little bit of eyeshadow to my eyes, just to add a little bit of dimension just for a little razzle dazzle. And I'm literally just gonna take a little bit on that brush and just kind of brush outwards. So like, you know how I brought that concealer upwards? I'm gonna bring the bronzer upwards like that. And then like you can see where it kind of has like, it almost looks like it's like a cut crease there. Or not a cut crease, but like, I don't know how to explain it. It just looks very sharp. And then I'm gonna kind of bring that in like this. And so if you remember, like I had the concealer that I brought in this way, and then I set that, and so now I'm going in with this bronzer, so it kind of makes it look like I did my eyeshadow, even though I didn't. Life hacks, right? So that looks good enough to me. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so my base makeup is finished. My eye makeup is in. Actually what I want to do, I want to kind of add a little inner corner sparkle. So I'm gonna go back in with that same like shimmery color that I used for my nose highlight, and I'm gonna bring that into my inner corner. That's a little something. All right, just a little something, just a little. I don't know what that was, but so shoot, I really got that in my eye. Anything that can go wrong is going wrong today, huh? Whatever. Okay, so that is all done. So now I'm gonna go in with that setting spray. I literally use this so much. You can tell I have like a little bit left. I'm gonna go back in with this. And I'm gonna set my face. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with that beauty blender, and I'm just gonna kind of press all of that in. And ta-da! So once I'm done with my base makeup, I'm gonna go in with my eyebrows. I'm definitely a eyebrows after foundation kind of gal. So I have really thick eyebrows. Like whenever I fill in my eyebrows, I look absolutely insane. So I've just learned to not do that. So what I'll do is I'll just use an eyebrow gel to kind of control them, because they are already very thick. All right, so the eyebrow gel that I like to use is the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. I've tried just about every eyebrow gel there is. I'm so sorry, my nose keeps running. I've tried just about every eyebrow gel there is. Like, I'm a connoisseur when it comes to lip balm and eyebrow gel, and I'm obsessed with this one. Like, this is an eyebrow gel, like 24-hour, yes, it sets it for that long. Like, when I put this on, my eyebrows aren't going anywhere. And like, I've tried the, what's it called? I think it was like the NYX eyebrow set that they said was like a dupe for this. No. But what I do with this is I'll go in with the larger portion. I don't know if you could see. If you haven't used it before, this is the mini version. When I went to go buy it, they didn't have the full size. But if you can see, I'm officially it doesn't want to focus. Okay, it doesn't want to focus. Sorry. But basically there's like a side on it that has like longer bristles, and then shorter bristles on the other side, and there's like a flat side on both sides. So what I do is I go in with the side with the longer bristles on the front of my eyebrows, because like my hair there is a bit longer, and I just kind of brush it upwards and kind of diagonally, and then I go in with the short side and I brush it diagonally. And then I kind of go back in and add more product when I need to. So yeah, I brush it all to the side, and then on the little wing part, I just brush it downwards. And then, this is the kicker right here. So on the flat side, then I'll go and press everything that I just brushed through. I'll press it down with the gel that's on the sides of the brush. And I like to do like another last little brush through after that to kind of make sure that the brows are where I want them to be. And that's it. That's it, that's all. Yeah, in the past I've tried to fill in my eyebrows, like, but what is there to fill in? Like, there's so much going on there. There's nothing to fill in. I look insane every time I do it. So I've just learned that it's just not for me. I'm thankfully blessed and fortunate with extremely thick eyebrows, so I don't need to fill them in. Which, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, like I wish I had thick eyebrows. It's all cute and fine and dandy until your eyebrows grow back every 3 days. Like every time I do like pluck my eyebrows, the hair grows back immediately. And it's kind of annoying because like the whole purpose of me plucking the eyebrows is so that the hair won't be there, you know? So, but whatever. All right, so my eyebrows are done. I'm sorry if you can hear like the lawnmower going, or like the little weed whacker thing. The guy who does like the maintenance for my complex, he's doing it literally right outside my window. So we're gonna pretend it's not happening. Hopefully you can't hear it. All right, so my final step is my mascara. And I've always struggled like finding like a really good mascara that makes, for me, what I'm looking for in a mascara is a mascara that's gonna make my eyelashes long. Because my eyelashes are fairly thick, like when it comes to density, but they're not very long. And I have found my product, the Maybelline Sky High. This crap right here, and like I know this was like viral some months back, maybe it was last year. I don't know when it was that this went viral, but I decided to try it, and it's the best decision I've ever made. Like I will never use another mascara because this right here is it. It is it. My search is over. So this literally makes me look like I have falsies on. Like, I'm obsessed. So yeah, I'm just gonna go in with mascara. I'm trying my hardest not to make that face that every girl makes when they're putting on their mascara. I personally like for my mascara, or for my eyelashes to kind of wing out. Unfortunately on this eye, it doesn't really do it. Like my eyelashes are longer in the middle, and then they're kind of shorter towards the ends. But I always kind of try to emphasize the ends because I want to kind of be a dramatic, like almost cat eye kind of look. So that's the first coat. Amazing. I'm gonna go in with the second eye. Like, come on, man. That's insane. Oops. Like, look at that. So much better than it was before. Like, it literally looks like I have like falsies on. I'm obsessed with this mascara. Get it. Does it look like I'm looking at you? I'm looking in the viewfinder. I'm terrible at this. Okay. So for my last and final step, lip gloss. But for me personally, I don't like how like my foundation is on my lips here. So I always like to go in with the Q-tip and remove that. So let me go get a Q-tip. They have been acquired. All right, so I will go in with my handy dandy Q-tip. I'll lick it. I don't care if that's not hygienic, is what I do. And I'll just kind of shape or like erase that foundation in the shape of my lips. So all of that is cleaned up, and then I will go in with my, I'm really obsessed with lip oils right now, but the one that I really like is this Kosas Wet Lip Oil. This is in the shade Unbuttoned. This is like the perfect, like, this is like my lip color. I'm obsessed with it. The only thing I don't like is like how small the applicator is. Like that's insanely small. Like I wish it was a bit bigger, like the Dior lip oil one is. That one I'm obsessed with. But I just like the formula of this, and I love the color. So I'll let it slide. I love it. It's like really smooth. It's not sticky. So good. All right, but that is my makeup routine. That is my finished look. I hope you like it. For me, I'm kind of can she form words? All right, guys, so this is my finished look. Let me know what you think. I like it. I'm really into that like clean girl aesthetic right now. The hair slicked back, like the really dewy makeup. It's my thing. I really like how it turned out. I feel like it looks very feminine. It looks very flirty. And it looks kind of skin-like, at least. I mean, you could tell that I'm wearing makeup, but it doesn't look like she's wearing makeup. You know what I mean? I really love it. So let me know if you guys have tried any of the products that I used in this video, if you guys have used any of the little tips and tricks that I've shown you guys. And I would love to see pictures. So tag me on Instagram if you've tried it. I want to see what it looks like on you. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you want to see more from me, go ahead and subscribe down below. Leave this video a like, leave a comment if you liked it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.